Ladies and gentlemen,
It's the kind of hour.
are you ready for start time?
Let's talk dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what this is coming down through the audience.
ASHANI, MFUKO.
When you become cold now.
All right, let's bring to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, for those who don't know who you are, which is probably like 3 or 4 people in the whole country, but for those few people, I'm going to let them know a little bit about who you are, and then, and then they'll be excited like I am right now. So, Jennifer, I say that she's an author and a vocal coach to the stars. That's how I like to describe her. I don't know. You didn't tell me to say that, but that's what I'm saying, and it's my show, so that's what I'm saying.
Sounds
So, you have had the pleasure of singing with and composing for artists and companies, including Stevie Wonder, Def Leppard, Patti LaBelle, Christina Aguilera, Wyclef Jean, Babyface, Jessica Simpson, Smokey Robinson, Leanne Womack, Kid Rock, Usher, Cirque du Soleil, Disney, and this little tiny show that a few people watch called American Idol. Well, Jennifer.
I'm
Aren't
getting
you
all nervous
fabulous?
just hearing you talk about
I
it.
know. Did you get chills when you hear that? Like, wow, I've done that. That's like that she's talking about me.
You
That's
know what
crazy.
I feel really humbled.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like your life and career flashes before you, and I just feel this tremendous sense of humility and gratitude for the experiences.
I feel the humility coming from you, actually. It's very nice. It's
Thank
very
you.
calming.
Thank you.
I appreciate
it's
that.
It's not enough coffee. That's what you're feeling.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is, we'll
No,
just we'll just chalk it up to humility. And then you also have columns in the Huffington Post, Psychology Today, and TheExaminer.com. And then last but not least, you've written this wonderful book. Where's my book? The Art of Singing. Check it out. This is very exciting. So, man, oh man, where do we start? Oh, Jennifer, so much to talk about. How do you help performers, because you said you work with dancers and singers and actors, how do you help us people, crazy people, get over our performance and audition anxiety? Let's start there.
Okay, that's a big one. Let me think. Well, first of all, I think it takes one to know one. So I started, as you know, as a singer. And so part of my, what I do, a lot of it comes from my own experience with my own performance anxiety. And that's coupled with watching objectively singers, dancers, actors deal with their anxieties as well. And I think, to answer your question, what I deal with is not just the sort of the manifestations of anxiety, like the shaking and the dry mouth and the nerves, but also why it's happening. I think it's very natural for people to be nervous when they get up to perform or speak, dance, whatever it is. But for most people who've spent their whole life pursuing a career, a lot of times it comes from really having their sense of value tied up with it. And so a lot of anxiety is not just about performing, but about, am I good enough? Am I worthy? So much is on the line when people get up on stage or in front of the microphone. So a big part of what I do is helping people separate out what's the anxiety about performing from what's the anxiety about you not being good enough. And then when you separate those out, you can deal with them both more effectively.
That's fantastic. I would imagine that there's a certain place in your career where you feel, you know, you're in your comfort zone, right? So you're good to go. But then, like the names that I've just read, you get a gig or something with someone that is amazing, or it's like your dream job or something that maybe you never imagined that you could do, and now you're at that point. And I feel like at that moment is when a lot of that stuff will kind of come, you know, come into your mind, like, oh my gosh, like I got it, but am I really good enough? Am I going to, you know, meet their expectations? You know, how is all of this going to work out? Do you get that from people?
Absolutely. And you bring up a really important issue. I think that no matter what we do for a living, it doesn't matter if you're an actor or an architect, it doesn't really matter. There is a part of us that wants to stay in our comfort zone, right? It feels safe, it feels good, and for a lot of people, we're successful at that.
Right.
But really, I think real life is on the edges. Real life is when you're pushing out of your comfort zone. Real life, you know you're alive, or I really know when I'm alive, when the voice in my head is like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Can I handle it?
Yes.
And I think that, and Rennie Harris mentioned this, the answer really is not to spend too much time having a conversation with your fears and anxieties, but acting in the face of your anxieties and in spite of your anxieties.
Easier said than done.
Well, I think it takes a lot of practice, but I think like anything, you can really train yourself to be proactive. You can train yourself to take action. or you can really condition yourself to stop action and start thinking about your fears and anxieties. And granted, I don't think they ever really totally go away,
Right.
but like anything, you kind of are what you eat, you are what you pay attention to. And I think that you can really discipline yourself into a more productive way of thinking and as a result being.
So how you have a specific technique that you teach when you do your vocal coaching? Like you have a specific way of doing things. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, actually, I think my specific way of doing it is really, it kind of varies. I mean, if you look, for example, today I worked with 4 or 5 people, and they're all entirely different. I'd say if I have a specific, what I do have that's specific is a specific goal, and that is to help people really become their best self, really find their voice, whether it's a vocal voice or proverbial voice, their self-expression. And that can look really, really different. I think it really begins, though, with every person and really hearing what it is they want in their lives, personally and professionally, and really helping them see themselves as clearly as I see them and as we in the world see them. I think a lot of people walk through life really thinking they present one front, whether it's as a dancer, as a singer, and they're not really seen that way. So showing them that mirror is really probably the most important first step, and then it all goes from there.
I think you make a good point, because a lot of times we see ourselves one way and people outside of ourselves see us completely differently. And I find, I don't know if it's just me, but I find for myself and a lot of other dancers, artists that I know, we're so hard on ourselves, and then it's almost like you project what you think about yourself onto other people. So you assume, well, if I think this, then they must think this about me too, and that, you know what I mean? It's like this really bad cycle.
Absolutely.
And it just feeds into, all of your doubts or weaknesses about yourself as an artist, which doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. So how do you help people overcome that voice that's like, no, focused on those weaknesses?
Well, that's it's a great question, and it's a very existential question, right? And I think that, as I was saying before, that you have to first look at why someone gets into, in this case, dancing. I work with a lot of dancers, and why did you start dancing? 9 times out of 10, they started dancing because they loved it. But at some point, they made a choice, whether it was conscious or not, to have their sense of value and worth tied up with it. Whether it was because, wow, I get this kind of attention when I dance, or, oh, this person pays more attention to me when I dance. So all of a sudden, it becomes about more than dancing. So again, and I'm kind of reiterating what I said before, because it really does all come back to that.
Right.
When people are getting so nervous about, in this case, dancing, you have to stop and say, what am I really nervous about? You've got to let the dancing off the hook. You've got to let the voice off the hook, and you've got to be really honest with yourself about what's happening. And what that is I'm terrified of being rejected. I'm really terrified of someone telling me, you're not good enough, you're not worth it. And when you start to recognize that that's, first of all, what's happening, and second of all, it's something that we all share, it's something that we all do, you get a sense of compassion for our shared humanity in that. You can look around at the people with you and realize, man, we're all in this together. Absolutely. And I think, too, to go a little further on the existential front, I think that we're here for such a short time. I think a little perspective is healthy. It's like, we're all healthy, we're blessed, we're able to do what we love, whether it's for a living or for fun. I mean, really, we don't have anything to complain about, So I think that helps me when I get nervous at anything. I think I've got 2 arms, 2 legs, I'm blessed, I have everything I could possibly want in life, and I have the opportunity to contribute to other people. And that really helps me get off sort of the ego trip of, oh my gosh, what if they think this, what if they say that? So I really do spend a lot of time with people on that.
That's fantastic advice. And I told you before the show started that I need some advice on a particular issue. So when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about me and my problem, and then you can tell me how you would help someone like myself, because I'm sure there's lots of other people out there who have the same issue, and we'll get all into that. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back with Jennifer Hamady.
You want to enhance your company's web presence with an eye-catching and unique website design? Would you like to incorporate professional video marketing or mobile marketing into your organization's marketing campaign? Mission 101 Media offers a unique marketing experience that will set you apart from your competitors, magnify your brand exposure, and enhance your current marketing efforts. Their services include video production and editing, web design, graphic design, photography, social media management, and now introducing mobile marketing. Their motto is, we do whatever it takes to make our clients happy. Contact them today at mission101media.com. Would you like to advertise your company's products or services on the Kiner Hour? Become one of our sponsors and get extensive online promotion and advertising for your business. Email info@kinderinterprises.com for more information on our affordable and competitive sponsorship packages. Businesses of all types are welcome. Kinder Enterprises, Inc. is the leader in dance consulting, dance resources, and innovation through multimedia. We provide dance studio owners with social media marketing, training, and coaching, dance teacher staffing consulting, and offer extensive resources to dance teachers and dance professionals through the Kinder Enterprises, Inc. Dancers Blog online community. If you're a dance teacher looking for work, we can help. If you're looking for ways to grow or expand your dance career or dance business, join our online community for dance professionals today. Check out our online articles, videos, ebooks, and presentations and get access to the resources that you've been looking for. Join the Kinder Enterprises, Inc. Dancers Blog community today by going to kinderenterprisesinc.blog.com and click on Sign Up. That's it. It's free, quick, and easy. Kinder Enterprises, Inc., making the dance world a better place every day.